Hey guys, welcome back, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you the best brawler from every single rarity in Brawl Stars. Hope you guys enjoy, so without any further ado, let's get right into it. So coming up first for our Trophy Road Brawlers, we have Stu. Now I think it's pretty undeniable that Stu is the best Trophy Road Brawler. You could make arguments for brawlers like 8-Bit and such, but I think Stu is definitely the best. Stu does a ton of damage. His chain super is phenomenal. One shot charges up his super, so if you can learn how to chain that, dodge a shot, hit a shot, dodge a shot, hit a shot, it can be phenomenal and unstoppable. And Stu is also phenomenal in so many different game modes. He's good in Brawl Ball, he's good in both solo and duo showdown, he's great in gem grab, he's really just great in every single game mode. He has that great gadget that speeds up his teammates. Stu is just overall phenomenal, and that's why I have Stu as the best Trophy Road Brawler, and I actually have him as one of the best brawlers in Brawl Stars overall, but that's for a different day. And next up, coming in for our best rare brawler, we have Poco. Now I actually have Poco as a top 3 brawler in Brawl Stars, and here's why. Poco heals so much, whether it's healing his teammates or healing himself, it makes you or your teammates impossible to kill. When you pair Poco with other tanks, it is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And even in some 1v1 scenarios, with all of the healing that Poco has between his gadget and his super, it is so hard to kill this guy. I mean, Poco is just phenomenal. Again, he's great when paired up with tanky teammates. He's a phenomenal support brawler, and he's such a good support brawler, I have him at the best rare brawler in the game. Now you could make an argument for Barley. I think Barley is phenomenal, and I think Barley has finally found his spot in the meta. And I actually had Barley as the 6th best brawler in the game out of my top 5, but I just think, for me personally, I like Poco better, and I think Poco edges it out against Barley a little more. But you let me know your opinion down in the comments. Alright, so coming in for our best super rare brawler, I have Rico, and to be honest with you, I don't even think Rico is that good of a brawler in the game, but just compared to the other super rare brawlers, I just think super rare as a rarity right now is pretty weak. Brawlers like Penny and Daryl have had much higher points in the meta before, and this really just isn't their time currently. But I think Rico, there's a lot of maps that really aid his bounce shot and make that pretty effective. He does have a high skill cap, which is one of the reasons why I was a little hesitant to put him this high. But if you can master the mechanics with Rico, he can be super effective. But yeah, there wasn't really anyone else that stood out, and I think Rico is the best super rare brawler. Alright, so coming in as the best epic brawler, I have Piper. Piper, again, is a brawler with a higher skill cap, but again, once you can master how to play with Piper, Piper can be deadly. Piper is great on long-range maps, and she's unstoppable, really, on long-range maps. She is a great super. Overall, Piper, I just think is a great brawler, a great epic. And again, there aren't any really other epic brawlers that stand out. There was a point when this would have no-brainer been Edgar, but Edgar, well, I still think he's really good, and it was pretty close for me between Edgar and Piper. Edgar's kind of fell off in the meta. He's not really that effective in the current meta. However, that doesn't mean I don't think he'll have a spot in the meta in the future. But as of now, Edgar's not that effective. And Frank, it doesn't matter how much health you give him, Brawl Stars. Frank is just, he's just not that good. Nani can do a lot of damage in specific scenarios, but I mean, it's tough to actually land those shots. But again, between Piper's super, the amount of damage she does from long range, I think Piper is the best epic brawler. And next up, coming up as the best mythic brawler, I have Max. Max, I think, is one of the best brawlers in Brawl Stars, period. Max does so much damage, especially with those 4 ammo slots, and those 4 ammo slots can be deadly. Max with her super and her speed can dodge shots, push other brawlers with her speed, get up to them quickly, especially with those full ammo slots fully loaded. And Max can speed up her own team with her super. Max is just a phenomenal brawler, the best mythic by far in my opinion. Other brawlers such as Mr. P or Brian, I think, would have won this if I made this video about a month ago, but Mr. P has really fell off in the meta compared to where he's been. And Brian, while I still think Brian is pretty good, Brian has fell off as well, but that's why I have Max as the best mythic brawler in the game. Let me know in the comments if you agree. And next up, for the best legendary brawler in the game, we have Sandy. I love Sandy. Sandy is personally one of my top 3 favorite brawlers. Not one of the top 3 best, although I do think Sandy is a top 5 brawler, but one of my favorite. But aside from just Sandy being my favorite, Sandy, the damage buff that Sandy got recently, and I mentioned this in my best brawlers in Brawl Stars video, the damage buff has really helped out Sandy. Sandy does a ton of damage now, and along with the damage that Sandy now does, Sandy's super is just great. And then Sandy as a brawler is super versatile, and that super really coming in handy when it comes to versatility. I love Sandy. Sandy has some great gadgets, some great star powers, and I just think compared to the other competition in the legendary spot, I think there are some brawlers that could kind of compete. Amber's pretty good, but in the end, I have Sandy as the best legendary. And with all of that being said, coming in for the best chromatic brawler in Brawl Stars, I have Belle. Now again, I'm in Star Park, I don't have Belle unlocked, but I think it's pretty undeniable that Belle is the best chromatic brawler. I think if you would have asked me this a month ago, it would have undoubtedly been Colonel Ruffs, but Colonel Ruffs has really fell off in the meta compared to where he was. There was a point where Colonel Ruffs was one of the best brawlers, if not the best brawler in all of Brawl Stars, but of course, that kind of always happens when a brawler is first released into the game. They're always a lot better than they probably will end up being, and that is probably the case with Belle right now. Belle's probably going to get some nerfs that are really going to drop Belle off, but between Belle's bounce mechanic, phenomenal utility, takes out teammates greatly, and between the amount of damage that Belle does, I just think it's pretty undeniable Belle is the best chromatic brawler. I don't think there's any other brawlers that really stack up. Gale is not very good. Lou is a very, very high skill cap brawler. So overall, I just think Belle is the best chromatic brawler. But again, if you disagree, let me know why down in the comments. But in the end, I have Belle as the best chromatic. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate the support so much. My channel's been growing rapidly lately, and I thank you for all the support. Love you guys and hope you have a wonderful, fantastic day.